Okay, for anybody that wants to know, if you can see that, it is the Kawasaki FX850V. Now, I was just, hold on. I was just texting back and forth with Johnny from Johnny Mo's. Because like I mentioned in a previous video, Johnny is my R&D, my research and development for decks. I've been doing this a long time, but you know, a lot of the years that I was doing it was for other companies. You know, this is my 6th season doing it for myself. So, you know, Johnny's got more experience personally running his own business and using the stuff than I do. But anyway, so I wanted to record a lot more, and it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. But that's the thing about mowing on Sundays. Everybody's home, so I really didn't want to. I mean, my customers are being more than understanding with me and mowing their lawns 3-4 days early, you know, because I have to go to GIE, so I got to get them done. So I really don't want to be setting up cameras and stuff. But anyway, so I stand corrected on that deck. Now, the first lawn I went and mowed is one that is over fertilized, like a majority of my lawns, and it grows like crazy. So it was probably about 6 inches tall, roughly 6.5, maybe. That'd be pushing it. The high end it was 6.5, okay? And I cut it down to 3 inches. Now it's wet, clumpy, and dumpy, and it left clumps all over the place. So I bumped the deck to 3 1/4, like I do with all my other mowers, and went over it, and it just wasn't cleaning it up, just like I said in the video I made this morning. So I was like, you know what, just for the hell of it, let's try bumping it up one more, see what happens. I bumped it up to 3 1/2, it cleaned it up no problem. It's like there was no grass there, it got rid of clumps, there was no even blanketed laying grass there, nothing. Cleaned it right up. So apparently with that aero core deck on those Wright standards, you got to bump it up 2 notches instead of 1. You know, the Great Dane and the Walker B, you only got to bump it up from 3 to 3 1/4. You know, if you're cutting it at 3, bump it up 3 1/4 and you're good. But with that Wright, it had to go up to 3 1/2 to be able to clean it up. Now keep in mind, those are G6 Gator blades, Gator mulching blades, don't throw grass as far. If they had the blades that I prefer, my favorite blade, which is a high lift, but it has a short tail on the end of it, not the long tail where it curves up. And I've explained before in my videos, the short tail is because it sucks the grass up, you get that high lift effect, but with the short tail, it gets it out of the deck faster. So it cuts it, gets it out of there. There's no, when you have the high lifts and they have the long tail that comes up, it holds the grass in the deck longer. So, but anyway, I'd really like to see how it cuts with a set of those on there. And I don't think Ryan has those. I think he just has the regular high lifts that he normally runs in the summer. But it still is no comparison to my Walker B deck, and I haven't found anything that is. Other than the closest thing would be the Exmark Ultra Cut deck, which is my favorite deck by far out of any mower I've ever run. The Ultra Cut is just hands down my favorite deck for wet grass, dry grass, everything. And if I had an Exmark dealer closer to me, I would have already bought one. So that, you know, I don't like their new standard. To me, it looks like a 0 turn. They just converted over to a standard, a sit-down 0 turn. So, but anyway, so I mulched up a whole ton of leaves on that last property. There was a lot of them. I used it for that. That deck has a lot of blowout in the front. A lot of blowout, like crazy. But you know, that's no big deal. That could simply just be because of the pitch of the deck could be off, and you can usually fix that. Some decks, no matter, you know, what you do to the deck, you can't stop that blowout. But I have mowed leaves with a Wright ZK before. The one I demoed not last year, the year before. If you guys go back and look at that video, I mowed leaves with that one, and I didn't have any blowout at all. So I would definitely attribute it to there's something wrong with the pitch of Ryan's deck. I would say that that's the issue, which is no big deal. It can easily be fixed. So, but it definitely cleans up very well. I did figure out, if you watch that video from this morning, why it goes so slow in reverse. The center bar that you can adjust so that you can, you know, move your controls further forward to make the mower go faster is way too far forward. If you bring it back a little bit, then it'll allow the controls to come back more, which will allow it to go faster in reverse. Ryan is 100 miles an hour or nothing with everything he does, so I see why he has the bar so far forward. He likes to go fast, which I don't blame him, I do too. But when I mow, I'm only pushing halfway, and I'm clipping along at a pretty good pace. I'm only pushing on bars halfway to that you know, center bar, so that center bar can afford to come back more. If it were me running it, that's how I would do it, just so that I'd have a happy medium, you know, because I'm not going to mow it full throttle to where he's got it set anyway. I don't think anybody would. So I think that pretty much solves that. But anyway, so that's my take on it, and I'm done for the day. I'm tired out. All I have left now at this point is 2 lawns from my Wednesday list and then my Thursday, Friday list. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. I'm praying it doesn't. A bunch of forecasts are saying all day, and a bunch of forecasts are saying only in the morning, 90% chance. So hopefully Ryan and I will be able to get some mowing done tomorrow. But if not, then Tuesday. We have Tuesday available, which the plan was to get all mine done before Tuesday and then spend all day Tuesday mowing his lawns, which I'd really like to do, because I'd really like to return the favor for what he's doing for me. But I guess it's going to be what it's going to be. The weather, it's going to be all down to the weather now, so we'll see.